Hello everyone, I'm the Mole Man and welcome back to Train Simulator. We are at Stafford today. We are at Stafford and we are continuing our little Pride trainbow thing that I'm doing. So yeah, we're going to be driving another trainbow today. And this is just quick drive, this isn't a scenario because I wasn't going to set one up and I couldn't find any. So we're just doing quick drive because it's there, you know, might as well use it. So yeah, let's, without further ado, just let the train do the talking for the time being. It is, of course, Class 390. 390.045 with its beautiful rainbow flowing silk. Hashtag ride with pride, which is very nice. So yes, this 9-car piece is our train for today, and we are on the Missing Link route, which is West Coast Main Line. It goes from it's phase 2. It's available on Alan Thompson Sim. It goes from like Sandwell and Dudley up to Wigan Northwestern, but also goes to Liverpool, which is where we're going today. We are doing Stafford to Liverpool. There goes the rest of the train there. Speeding away a lot quicker than the 444 did, so let's see how things are going. We're probably speeding already. Oh no, not quite. Good, I can catch it before we start speeding. Oh no, open her up, straight into 110, look at that. So yes, this is the Missing Link route, and we are going to Liverpool Lime Street. About 60 miles, going to be good. Probably won't take that long really, given that, you know, we can do 125 miles an hour. We are stopping at Crewe along the way, and I will also stop at Runcorn because that's a nice place to stop. If you don't know this route, you'll see why it's a nice one as we get going. So yes, Missing Link. It's called as such because it endeavours to be the final section of West Coast Main Line we need in Train Sim, because Euston to Birmingham is available freeware on various websites. Then you've got Trent Valley, which is Rugby to Stafford, which is where we've just departed from. Then you've got Preston to Carlisle, Glasgow. This route endeavours to link down to Birmingham and up to Preston. It's nearly there. Wigan's not that far away from Preston. So as soon as that gets finished, you will be able to drive from London to Glasgow, to Holyhead, to Edinburgh, to Blackpool as well, with the Northern Lines route from... is it On Track Simulations, their new name? I can't remember now. Yeah, some people who branched off from Vulcan Productions. It's like On Track Simulations, Northern Lines route, which goes from Preston to Blackpool. And then you got Liverpool as well, of course, which is what we're doing. So yeah, there's that's the West Coast Main Line Missing Link in a nutshell. And I thought we'd take a look at it whilst brandishing the bow. Look at that. Wonderful. I do love this. This trainbow and me go back to days of annoyance when I was trying to see it, because this was sort of the one that started it all, really. This was the first proper trainbow, because up until this point, the only other one we'd had that said Ride with Pride on it was a DLR train was given a temporary Pride livery. But then Virgin came along, did this, and then that's when all the other companies started doing it. And so the day when the Southeastern one was unveiled, I went up to London and I tried to see this as well. And it evaded me several times. I was at Harrow and Wealdstone, and on the way up to Harrow, it went past me in a tunnel, and on the way back it went past me in a tunnel again. I couldn't stay there any longer because I had to go. And that was just a nightmare. That was just an utter nightmare. Right, I'm going to notch down. Screenshots are plenty as we tilt round like mad, of course. Because look at that. It doesn't get any better than tilting. It really doesn't. Lovely stuff. Right. Get ourselves up to 115. We're going to use the speed set, because if we start messing around, then the brakes will come on, because this has got different systems and stuff which will stop us if we don't drive properly. So that's fun. That's going to catch me out for sure at some point. 114. As soon as we get to 150, I think it's Control C I've got to click. God, look at the tilt! This is like the fastest and most awesome bit of the West Coast Main Line, because you've got the long straights of 125 and then the sharp corners round. Right, that's it. So that's Control C. So that's turn speed set on. So now we're sort of going to stick around this sort of speed. Well, we can go up to 125 in a minute anyway, but it allows me to take screenshots without worrying about speeding, which is nice. I prefer using speed set when it comes to high speed trains. It's weird, like there's There's some other trains that have it, like 377 has speed set, but I don't really like to use it. It's just that's the sort of train where I like to drive it, but this is much more of a managing sort of thing. You overlook what's going on rather than constantly on the throttle. So I don't mind using a bit of speed set to get us going. So let's get ourselves up to 125. So yeah, this is nice and fast, and it is a fantastic route. It really is. It's racing around the corners, and I've done this. I've been on the West Coast Main Line a few times now. I went up to Crewe twice within 2 weeks actually, which was good fun. So I've been up to Crewe. I enjoyed that, and then I did this journey in the other direction. I did Liverpool down to London. So this is a route I know. This is one of those ones that I now know in reality. I want to do more of it once all this lockdown's over and done with. One of the big things I want to do is go up to London first thing in the morning and then go sort of up the east coast, along Edinburgh, Glasgow, and then down the west coast. That is just sort of like the best thing I can think of doing. I would love to do that. So one day, it'd take like many hours. It's like 4 journeys to get up, 40 minutes to get across, then 4 hours back down again. So yeah, not an easy trip, but a cool one nonetheless. Need to get some proper fly past as we do this journey today. Racing along. Look at it, it's lovely. Very nice. Look. Yeah, it's using the overhead wire pack, which is quite resource intensive, so especially around Crewe, we might see some stutter as it loads in Crewe, because there are a lot of wires around Crewe. It's sort of like the railway hub of up this sort of way, which is yeah, lots of tracks, lots of wires. So, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't really need to worry about it too much. It's just what TS does. Can we get a nice fly past if I push 4? Sort of. Nice. I mean, the grass ruined it, but oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Very nice. God, we're getting all the trackside ones. Usually it's just overhead. Perfect. Oh, we're getting a treat here. Look at this. Oh, track joints as well. Lovely. The sound pack from AP for the 390 is a wonderful thing. Really is. Overhead neutral section, I believe that says. So we are going to power down. You don't really need to in these, but it's good practice anyway. I'm pretty sure that means neutral section. Yep, you can see the signs there. So we should actually lose traction power. Is it that one? Line volts, yeah. So it should go out when the Panto coach goes underneath it and back on again. Oh, it's alive. Look at that. Love it. Try and keep an eye out for those. Get back up to 125 or thereabouts. That's it. Excellent. No, I push Control C. Don't you start messing with me. That's it. There we go. Look at it. So good. One day I'll do a full run. One day I'll do a full run. I include Trent Valley and stuff, because I could have started today from Rugby to get to Stafford to do this trip, but that would take forever, and I don't have forever. When you decide at short notice you want to do a series of videos that involves trainbows, you can't exactly spend forever doing each one. So just sort of keeping it concise, but keeping it fabulous at the same time. Look at that. Very nice. Now, because this is quick drive, I don't know if the coaches have loaded in properly. No, it doesn't have the right nameplate, does it? No, it's got the City of Birmingham nameplate, but there is a Pride nameplate as well. It's just because it's quick drive and the consists are random, it hasn't picked the right one. But that's no problem. Oh, racing along now. reckons we'll be there at 16:42. I reckon we'll be there a bit sooner than that, although the ETA isn't moving at all. So if this goes horribly wrong, it's not my fault because it's quick drive. See? See? I can get away with it. It's quick drive. It's not my fault if it goes wrong. Nor does it matter. There are no other trains to mess up. We're just stopping at a couple places for the pure fun of it. I mean, we've got to stop at Crewe because I think we branch off to go into the platform, so it makes sense to stop at Crewe, but you know. Oh, it's just so fast. Going here as well. I did it in standard class, but even still, it's a fantastic experience. First time being on a proper tilting train. It's just awesome. It does sound like this as well, just that hum. Well, we are going downhill and speeding. Excellent. I don't really care. Well, we're not technically speeding because the thing with TS, even though we're at 125, it thinks we're speeding. So it's nothing to really worry about. I think it usually means you've gone over like 125.5 or something, because it isn't really meant for speeds any faster because TS is so old. That's fun. Racing along here. Well, I'm waiting to see a good bridge in the distance where we can get an overhead shot from. Preferably without a massive gantry in the way like the one we just went under, because that would not be as enjoyable. Let's see if we can find somewhere good, because, you know, we've got to... Ah, my perfect location. So you're currently on that track, and hopefully you'll stay on that track, because otherwise we're going to have a much more serious problem. My favourite thing in all of Train Sim is the snaky shot. So all we've got to do is just line the camera up centre with the track, like so, and let the train do the talking as it comes racing around the corner. I mean, it might be a little while because, of course, you know, here it is. This is my favourite thing, is watching it come around one way and then going around the other way. I love it. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Right, we should probably keep an eye on things because, you know, we will make it to Crewe eventually. I don't care about tilted alarm acknowledge, whatever. Yeah, we should make it. We've got 40 miles to go until Liverpool, so it will not take long to get to Crewe because that's on the way. So yeah, it's nice. It's a nice autumn. I set it to autumn evening. Got a 110 limit coming up. I'll try and mix up the seasons a little bit because it's good fun. I mean, I don't know, because it is June. You know, it's supposed to be summery, but I might mix it up a little bit. We'll see. I've sort of, ever since the Sky Enhancement Pack came out, I default to cloudy because it looks so good. It's sort of the only thing I really do. Right, we're gonna power off, and we're gonna brake for that 110. Bit early, but you know, better to be safe than dead. I think that's the best way of putting it. Pretty much nailed that. Look at that. That's it. Put the power on. As soon as we get to 110, I'll... There we go. Got the speed set, although we're now approaching Crewe. So we'll take speed set off and coast. Because I've got to be in control for this bit. All the tracks widening apart. Got an 80 and then a 50 for Crewe. And where we stop is actually shorter than the platform itself, so we've got to be on the ball here. Then we've got a 20 as we depart. Right, gonna start braking. These things have usually got pretty good brakes. Like, you can come in at quite the speed and be okay. I'm not going to push it too far, but you know, we should be alright. Yeah, you can see all the track loading in now, all the different sidings and stuff. And this is with it empty. Imagine it with, like, full of realistic trains and such. Be a nightmare. That's it. Right, get her down for the 50. Which is for the junction, I believe. That's it. Down for 50. Keep the brakes coming down because we are stopping here. As per my discretion. So if we overshoot, it doesn't really matter. And here we are. I've been here. Yeah, I've been here twice. And gone through it another time. It was literally twice because I went up for the DRS open depot day, which was very nice. And then literally 2 weeks later was the... why do we have a red signal? Literally 2 weeks later was the Heritage Centre open day, where there was a meet-up with some people. So that was fun. Going up to Crewe sort of twice in 2 weeks. Not something I'd recommend for most people. That's a lot of travelling to do in such a short space of time. Right, well, for some reason, the non-existent AI to the right has got the road and we don't. But we'll open the doors, providing they're actually opening. Yeah, they're opening. Good, good. We'll have to do some tab action to be allowed out of here by the looks of things. But it gives us the opportunity to take a couple of screenshots. Of course it does. See, that's just nice. It's just nice. How does it look this end? Very nice as well. Look at that. Excellent. Oh, inside a post. It's not what you want to be. Lovely. Doors closing. Yep, doors have closed. Right, let's run up to the front. Let's push the old tabaroonie. Request to pass signal of danger approved. Good. And we're off. Trainbow Adventures. It's just so good. And it's sort of the first sort of full trainbow, really, because a lot of them are quite subtle, but this one was proper full on. Especially when they decided to put it on both ends, because originally it was just on one end of the 390, then they put it on both ends. It's like, oh yes, please. I want to make sure we're not speeding, but I don't want to bring the HUD up, so that's fun. It'll be fine. There's another shot we can get here as well. Bye bye train. That'll do for that. I'm going to run up here, Heritage Centre, because, yeah, I've been here. And there's the beautiful APT, which is very nice. Someone working on it there. But yeah, you can stand here and observe trains going past, which is very cool. See, look at that. That's awesome. So yeah, if you're ever in Crewe, train spot here. It's nice. Just watch trains branching off. Sort of coast it there for a sec. APT in the on the left there. Very nice. I did once in my madness design some APT trainbows, and if I can, they will go on the screen for you now. It was a bit mad, but it was good fun. I just literally was like, right, so let's pick that flag and fill. It was good fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah. And considering the APTs and TS, you know, and they all use the same scheme, feel free to someone reskin those. That'd be garish to look at, but fabulous all at the same time. Right, 35-ish, slightly less than that miles to go until Liverpool Lime Street. Our next stop is Runcorn, which is lovely. Get ourselves back up to speed. Neutral section. Light out. Now? No? I swear I just saw one on the track. There it is. And back on. Lovely. Crew down fast. Damn right. Let's go. I reckon we'll be there at 16:44. Cool. Stop at Runcorn might add a few seconds, but that's fine. And we can go up to 125 as well. Excellent. So this is the dead straight section essentially, because after this, after it branches off and after it stopped at Warrington, you get to Wigan and it starts getting a bit more curvier, and then Preston, and then you're on Overshap, and Overshap of course very twisty up and down the summit there, all the way to Glasgow. So yeah, it's cool. Shadow's doing some weird things in front of us. Fun. Trees are just sort of phasing in and out of existence, but well, their shadows are. The trees aren't. Do 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 do. Who knows? Look at that. It's so cool. Love it. 100 miles an hour, there it is. Keep it going. I'd love to take this to 140 one day. Trouble is you can't speed in this if the track speed is only 125, because the one of these systems, I think it's the TASS, if you overspeed it throws the brakes on and you can't turn it off. So that's fun. So maybe we'll take this on a faster route one day. Just open it up and just see how fast we can get a 390 to go. Could be good fun. See, I like just doing random stuff and messing around in TS still. It's you know, stuff I used to do. Just I'm gonna pick this train, this route, and go for it. You know, I miss doing it as often as I used to. Dash of rainbow. Oh, that bridge is too late, but the next one isn't. Bridge time. Do 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 do. Ooh, a bridge that goes down to the trackside. Excellent. This should be perfect then. Gantry in the way, but you know, no biggie. Excellent. Whereas all my videos are just like me repeatedly going, lovely, excellent, screenshot and stuff. That's all I do. It's all I do, but it's good fun. That's it. Under 30 miles, 125 miles an hour. Approaching Winsford. We should do a fly past at Winsford. A lot of these stations are just where other railway companies stop at. Is it London North Western that do the stopping services along this route? Possibly, because they also go to Liverpool. Well, not on any train I'd want to go on, because they're stoppers via Birmingham or something, and that would be painful to do. Very painful. Right, where's the station? Can we load in, please? Come on. Pause. Unpause. There we go. There it is. Quite a nice looking station. Very nice. Alright. Track joints as well. That's what you like to hear. Racing along. See, it's a lot straighter than what we were just doing before crew. Just got the odd turn here and there, but you know, it's not the sort of full 8 degrees of tilt straight round a corner sort of thing. Just got a subtle turn here. Once the entire West Coast Main Line is done, and preferably merged into one route, it'd be cool to do a speed run. Get the APT out, just see what it can do. Maybe duplicate the number of power cars it has, because why not? Just do like a proper sort of test of speed. It seems like a very me thing to do. Gunning it along here now. into a cutting under a bridge. It's amazing what doing a route in real life can change your perspective and how much you can do it. Like, before I went on the West Coast Main Line in real life, I had no care for it in Train Sim. Just like, yeah, it's the thing, whatever, you know. And I think the same will be true, because I've only been as far north as Liverpool. So if I can go further on the West Coast Main Line, I think I would very much enjoy that. In TS as well. Do run from Glasgow all the way down to Preston. It's all stuff to do one day. Hertford. Not to be confused with Hartford with an E. So that's the Hertford Loop, which is a completely different place. Yeah, I definitely like London Midland branding here. So it's London North Western these days. At some point, we're going to branch off. I don't know what speed we do that. Oh, hello, other tracks. Where have you come from? I do not know. At some point, we're going to branch off, because the line straight ahead goes to Warrington, but we're going to go left towards Liverpool. I don't know when that happens. I assume we'll get a speed reduction for it. Acton Bridge. Again, different from Acton in London. Very different. Yeah, so I don't know what will happen there, but I'm pretty sure we just branch off to the left. Speed reduction. Aha! I see flashing yellow signal in the distance. It can't be that far away. I imagine we'll have to slow down for it, but we shall see. Ding. Right, given the flashing yellow, I'm going to notch off just in case we do have to slow down. Straight through Acton Bridge. There's probably the bridge. I don't know if it's that bridge they're talking about. Alright, that's double flashies. We don't have a speed reduction yet. We might end up doing this at 125. I just don't want to throw another red at me, but if it does, it's only quick drive. Ah, no, 100. Okay. That's still pretty quick for a junction. It's probably a very streamlined one. Got that, excellent. 20 miles. See, it's just flown past, isn't it? Just under half an hour and we've eaten up 30 miles. Not bad. Probably even more than that actually. Oh, please tell me we can get a reflection rainbow shot. Please. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's so cool. Timing this is going to be a nightmare. Something like that. Oh, yes. Can I get a reflection shot in every video? Maybe. Probably not. Love it. I got it. I got it. Let me push Q for Christ's sake. I was pushing Q the entire time. What's wrong with you, game? Can we take this off, please? I was pushing Q the entire time. It was the lag spike that caused it to not count it. Oh, dear. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we won't get a reflection shot in every video. Maybe we'll get an AWS alert in every video. Sanders on. Can I turn you off? No, you're stuck on. Making me stop as quickly as possible. The driver just wanted a nice view of this bit, I guess. Right. Neutral. This is going to be another one where I don't know how to do it, isn't it? Oh, yes it is. Manual time. As soon as I said manual time, the sander went off, so can we just go? We can just go. Nice. Just had to wait for the sander to turn off. Right. We'll ignore what just happened. It was worth it for the reflection shot. but it was not my fault. That was not my fault. That was definitely, conclusively not my fault. I had nothing to do with that. It stopped itself because it was being silly, and I was mashing Q and it wasn't registering because of the tile loading stutter. Dear oh dear. But that's the same as when, you know, you're driving a train, AWS goes beep, and you're going Q, 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 Q. Nothing happens, and then you look over onto like a second monitor or another window, and you see that you've sent someone Q, 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 Q in like Messenger or Discord or something because you focused on the wrong window. Worst thing on the planet, that. So if you tap Q like this, it doesn't actually register. You've got to hold Q. That's the problem. Right. Now I know I can do something about it. Did I see a neutral section there? Yes, I did. Wait for the light to come back then. And go. Right, so I can't tap Q. I've got to hold Q for it to register. Right. Consistency. Let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep going. I've actually pre-ordered the Alan Thompson Sim AWS plunger, which if you haven't seen, and that was a messed up speedboard, bloody hell. If you haven't seen, they're making actual sort of physical AWS buttons. They're on pre-order. It's probably sold out now for the initial batch, but if they do well, I'm sure they'll do other batches. And yeah, an actual AWS plunger that you just USB straight into your computer and pop. It also works Train Sim World apparently. So when that turns up, I will be going through that and we can see how it works. And hopefully it'll be a bit better than mashing Q and it not working. I don't know where I'm going to put it on my desk because it's not the only thing they're making. They're making like a combined traction brake, like one of these. They're making one of these, and you can drive trains properly. And I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. Because, you know, flight sims always had their joysticks and such, but Train Sims only ever had the rail driver, and the rail driver is an American layout controller, so it's not suitable for literally anything else. You know, if you're an American, it's great. If you're like driving American trains, it's great, but anything else is just not good for it. So, you know, it's nice. It's nice to have some stuff, good stuff like that coming. And when the AWS button arrives, which it's due to arrive in July, I think, I will be looking at that. And yeah, I'm glad I managed to get the pre-order in for that. It should be good. Right, 90 miles an hour. I didn't imagine we'd be racing into Liverpool. Right, apply and good. We have now got the control speed set on. Do we? Doesn't look like it. There we go. Again, I had to push Control C twice then for it to turn on. Although we do have a 65 limit coming up because Runcorn is approaching, and that is where the pretty bit of the route is. And I've seen it in screenshots in TS, and you're going to see it in a few minutes. If the game doesn't want to freeze, there we go. There we go. God, give me a heart attack. Thought it dumped for a second then. No, what you're about to see in a few minutes is a spectacular sight, and seeing it in real life was just like, oh my god, it's amazing. So that's good. Right, I'm going down to 65. And we're stopping, so let's bring the speed down. And what you're going to see is become quite apparent as we get in towards Runcorn here. Right, heavy braking. I don't want an emergency brake application for going too fast, so I'd rather take it slow in this. And you know, we do have to stop. We don't have to, but I want to stop. We will shortly be arriving at Runcorn. God, listen to that braking. If you can hear it. It's probably quite quiet for you. there she is, just in the distance there. The bridge of names which I don't know. Oh yes. I don't know what it is, I just love it. Right, and come to a stop round about here. That'll do. Beep, beep. Doors opening. Lift going down. I don't know. Screenshot here, and you can bet. Doors are closing already. You can bet I'm getting a screenshot on that bridge. Oh, you can bet. That's good. It's going to be good. Right. Let's go. See the new type of signal here as well, which is kind of cool. Modern signals look very like, you know, my Tomica train set had a signal that looked like this, sort of 15 years ago. They look very toy-like, the new signals. They're very basic, simplistic, and yeah, toys. They just look like toys. It's kind of fun. Right, we're off, heading towards the beautiful bridge. It's one of those things I can drive over 1,000,000 times because I always want to get different angles of it. In the cab, going, you know, sort of swooping over it and such. It's cool. And one day I'll do what I did in real life when it's possible. Well, it's technically possible now. I haven't got the freeware West Coast Main Line installed yet. A full run from Liverpool to Euston would be very cool. So you've got that bridge there, and then we go through this one here, which is kind of cool. Looks like a castle. Look at that. Crisscross rainbow. Love it. This emblem on the side of it there. Let's have a quick look at that actually. I don't think I could show that on YouTube. That looks a little rude. Fun. Screenshot time, of course. Gotta have that in there. It's not really a reflection sort of shot because there's so much bridge in the way, but that's the sort of thing you're on about right there. Look at that. Love it. Inside trees, not good. And it's the sort of thing that just stands out for forever. And like we could see it before Runcorn, and we can still see it quite a way from the other direction as well. So you see we're swooping round now. Still got it in the background there. Means I'm gonna get more screenshots of it. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. Something like that maybe. I don't think we can do that yet, no. But that's nice. That's very nice. I'm addicted to taking screenshots, but I don't really care. We're going down a gradient, that's why I've taken the power off, just so I can enjoy this for a second. Very, very nice. Container terminal. And he said that massively wrong. It's cool. Over other railways, and yeah, we're on the sort of got the last sort of 11 miles now into Liverpool. Speed her up now. Still see it in the distance. That's so cool. Yeah, so just got the final run into Liverpool now, and we do sort of obviously share tracks a little bit with the Liverpool-Manchester route, which is kind of cool. Let's get the speed set on. Now, there we go. Excellent, holding us nicely. So yeah, I went up to Liverpool. Well, I went up to Liverpool via. I went a different way. I went up because I mentioned when I did the Midland Main Line video. I mentioned I went up to Sheffield, and then from Sheffield I went via the Hope Valley and Stockport into Manchester, and then across to Liverpool. Then I did some of the Merseyrail network because I wanted to see some Class 508s because I hadn't seen them in forever because South Eastern got rid of theirs like a decade ago. More than that actually. Bloody hell. So yeah, I did that, and then I pendulum pendolinoed it back to London, which was very cool. Very nice trip. And yeah, the 222s on the East Midlands are very nice. It's going to be interesting to see their new 800 style units, Class 810s. They're going to be cool. And Class 805s and 807s. Avanti are getting those, replacing the Voyagers. So, finally getting rid of the Voyagers, which aren't the best trains ever, really. So yeah, seeing the 805s and 807s will be cool. Very, very appropriately numbered, I think, because the 805 is 5 cars long and the 807 is 7 cars long. I still think it's stupid, and I could rant all day about how the TOPS numbering system has completely fallen apart because it's so full. Like, they introduced the 7, like, you know, the 7XX series for EMUs. Because, you know, you've got 701s, 710s, 700s, 717s. But then they made the 345 and the 331. Why didn't you just put those in with the new lot? Why put them back with the old lot? I don't understand it. Like, yes, 805, 5 car. But why not just make it the subclasses of 800s and 801s that are just 800-5, 800-801-7 or whatever it is? I don't understand. You know, it's like they're pulling numbers out of a hat now for TOPS. It's just ridiculous. Like the 810. That's jumped because we've got the 801, 802, 803, 805, 807 and 810 now. In the space of a few years they've managed to skip some numbers, and it's so annoying. And as beautiful as TOPS is as a system, it's full. It's absolutely jam-packed full. So that's going to be an interesting one to fix. I would like to see like because one of my favourite numbering systems, it's a bit of a nightmare to figure out, but one of my favourite numbering systems is the German numbering system, because that's got very simple. This group is for multiple units, this group is for electric locos, this group is for diesel locos, etc, etc. And then you've just got the numbers, you've got the carriage numbers that are incorporated into that as well. Like a multiple unit, like the 423, for example, the intermediate coaches are like a 4-2. So you got let's go for the BR425. BR425 is the outside bits. The inside bits are the BR435. It's really cool how they've done it, and then they have a check number at the end to make sure it all works. I don't think that system would work with British trains, but I would like to see someone try. I would love to see someone reclassify the entirety of British trains into the German classification system. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm speeding, but who cares? It's close enough. Approaching Liverpool South Parkway. Very much in Liverpool-Manchester territory now, which I think actually goes that way. So yeah. That's it. Pretty much there now. 5 miles to go. The most people like the approach into Liverpool Lime Street. I think it's cool. I just think it's dull. It's just dark and dreary. It reminds me of, ironically enough, London Liverpool Street. It's just dark and dreary and stuff. You'll see what I mean if you've never seen it before. It's just not my sort of thing. I like a nice grand entrance into a terminus. St Pancras is a good one. Victoria as well, Charing Cross, because you know, Charing Cross, you see the London Eye, you go straight over the Thames and then you're into the station. I like that. But come on, there we go. See, I had to push Control C twice again because yeah, there's some stations that got a very grand approach, which is very nice. King's Cross is quite odd as well, like the tunnels at the end. Are they the gasworks tunnels? They sort of ruin the final approach. You can't really get rid of them, but they sort of ruin the final approach. For me, at least. I don't know. I'm just that sort of picky. It's like if King's Cross didn't have the tunnels and you just went round the corner after Finsbury Park and went under HS1 and then boom, you could see King's Cross in the distance. That'd be cool. But the tunnels kind of ruined it because it's like darkness, darkness. Oh, there's the station. Oh, that was a bit sudden. Am I weird? Am I weird for thinking like that? Let me know. What are you guys' favourite termini in, well, any country? You know, just let me know. Like, my favourite terminus of all time is probably St Pancras. The beautiful blue arch roof. Just, I love it. It's absolutely spectacular. Alright, 30 limit. Approaching Edge Hill. Let's slow down for this 30. So yeah, let me know what your favourite terminus is. It'd be good fun to know. And why as well. Like childhood, or, you know, it just captivated you one day. I don't know, whatever. I nearly said decapitated. That's completely different. Don't want to go there. Don't want to go there. Right, down for 30. Quite heavy on the brakes, but I don't want it to start shouting at me. We're at least in tolerance, that's okay. That was pretty much perfect. Reality wouldn't know that I was slightly over. That was pretty much perfect. It's quite the crawl now, isn't it? And just look at the detail in the wires whilst we're going this slow. Yes, I'm getting zapped by them. But you've got every single sort of wire that goes around both bits. They go from left to right properly. On a curve, so we can't really tell, but yeah, there's lots of detail. Especially when you get to the more complicated gantries. We are going downhill. I remember doing this in the other direction. It's the first time I saw like 195s and 331s. I even saw a TPE 68 and Mark 5s on my trip. And a 802, 801 on test or something like that. Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, so look at all the detail in this gantry here. That's just mad. Alright. Approaching Edge Hill. Sun right in our face. That's better. Don't really use a blind in TS much. It doesn't do it. The sun isn't something you need to shield yourself from in TS. It's just a ball that exists. It's more something you need in TSW, I think. Because it's like, oh god, that's bright. But in here, it's not really as such a problem. I was completely oblivious to that 25. It's no problem. All good. All good. So we're going to go through Edge Hill. So we're now down to really low speed. And then it's just a unceremonial approach into Liverpool Lime Street now. I'm just not a fan of it. But it's a nice station. Just saw everything load in. I was worried then for thinking, oh no, is everything not going to load in? It's going to look even worse. that'd be bad. Alright, let's get us up to 30, and then because of the downhill here, I'm going to get us onto speed set, and hopefully it holds us at 30. Come on. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. 30. There we go. Seems to be doing the trick. I'm happy with that. You see, it's just sort of tunnel. It's like Gravesend, but 10 times worse. Tunnel, 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 station. I got it, I got it, I got it. Had to hold Q that time. That's for a single yellow. What? Oh, okay. Hang on. Single yellow, double yellow, feather. That didn't seem logical. But I'll take it. Again, very toy-like signal. Very bright as well. It's a very sudden junction. There's no curve to that junction whatsoever. It's just sort of in. Right. And now we have a 15 limit to deal with. Going into platform 10. Keep the speed coming down. Yeah, not trying to brakes is barely doing it because we're going down a 1 in 95. Right. Speed set to bring us in. Yep. Got the route indicator telling us platform 10. And yeah, that's it. That's the tunnel done with. Pretty well. I've still got all this lot. Again, it feels like it goes on forever. It's like, when are we going to escape the darkness? Nearly there. Didn't part of this collapse a couple of years ago as well? I don't know if it's due to weather or just general deterioration, but some of this wall collapsed down into the cutting. If you can call this a cutting, I assume you can. It's very mossy though. That's a nice effect. I like, you know, it's represented very well. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my style of approach when it comes to a terminus. But nevertheless, we are here. Crossing over, very nice. And Liverpool Lime Street. Here I say here it is. We've still got to go under a bloody bridge first. It's just sort of, well, the bridge sort of goes through the station. It's just weird. It's a weird station. I'm not trying to offend anyone here. It's just a station, but I think it's a weird one. You probably think all stations I know are weird, and I'm clipping into the platform. Well, you know, that paint needed replacing anyway. It's all good. It's all good. Right, let's get below 10 as per what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, TPWS has a field day. And it's probably going to get really echoey in here. Yep, it's echoey in here. So yeah, welcome to Liverpool Lime Street. Another run in the trainbow is complete. Got more to do for another day, but that has been the 390. Slam all the brakes on. Yeah, emergency, why not? Good plan. Doors. God, the brake's making a funny noise there. Gonna pause it. Just so quick drive doesn't throw me out, so I'll have a look at it. Take some shots of us at the buffers there. Very nice. We made it in one piece. Nothing went wrong whatsoever. He says convincingly. Very convincingly. But yeah, that has been the welcome to Liverpool. Change here for services to back the way we came and the Wirral line and stuff like that. Which incidentally would be very cool to have in TS one day. Merseyrail's a fantastic network. I went down to Chester in Chester. I went up to the somewhere else as well. Pouring with rain, as you'd expect. But yeah, Merseyrail, very cool. Would like to see that one day. But that has been our run to Liverpool. Thank you very much for watching this one. More trainbows on the way very soon. So I shall see you in the next video.